Okay, y'all.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. The logo's still there. They can't see you yet
Oh,
on the video. Okay, I think the logo's gone now.
okay.
All right.
All right, y'all. What we got here, this is the old jailhouse. And if you go back in the playlist, you'll see the biggest building in town collapsed. Okay?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You need to go back and watch that video, then come back to this video, and it'll make a little more sense. Basically, as soon as we got this building done, or we're about the same time we was getting this building done, that building collapsed down there.
Nobody was hurt.
Nobody was hurt, but they were a working business. They needed an office, so they rented this one immediately. So it's been 6 months. They've got that building back operable down there. So we're going to do a walkthrough on this one after 6 months of use.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Well, we can start out front.
Yeah, we can start out front. We got an extra screw.
That was for Christmas.
That was for Christmas. So this we got to take down. The here.
No, now we're not checking to see if they destroyed the building. We're checking to see if the work we did held up. That's basically what we're talking about. We're not trying to say, oh, look, they put a screw in the wall.
No. But if I do see something I need to take down, I will.
Yeah.
This is kind of cleanup, too.
This all kind of stayed the same. This all looks good.
And if y'all remember, all this
Hey, turn on those lights, Donnie. See if they all still work. Do we need to replace any bulbs or anything?
Oh,
They look good. Cool.
If y'all remember, all this.
Boy, whoever did that did a really good job.
All this was collapsed. It's not leaking anymore. There's no more water damage through the centers. Yeah, it all looks good here. So, we go inside. Man, they painted the floor.
They painted the floor.
But that's a good thing.
We had it just concrete, and they painted it, made it look really nice. It all still looks pretty good, Donnie. I like it. It's still very blue. It's like we're underwater.
And the brick, I told them not to paint the brick, so the brick has not been painted.
The ceiling seems to be holding up pretty good.
Ceiling is holding up.
Some of it was really rusty, so when we painted it, we were wondering if the rust would come back through. I can see a little bit where it might need a little bit more attention. Around through there, it's not the best, but it is 100 years old.
There's a little right there, too.
Beams holding up, looking good. I don't see anything cracking apart on the cornice there, so I guess the beam hasn't moved.
Yeah, cornice all looks good.
Donnie's been working today. He's got dirt all. Look at him.
You don't have no seams over there that's opening up or nothing.
It's holding up pretty good. So, what do we need to do to this room, you think, to re-rent it to somebody?
Sweep the floor.
Sweep the floor.
If y'all remember, right here is the new versus the old. It blended real well in there.
Oh yeah, the beadboard. How you replaced it.
Yeah, that blended in good.
And you're in the Jefferson jailhouse now. Sign.
It looks like they got a little bit of fingerprints there, but there was a desk right there. Added desk, but
We'll just clean that up. That won't be no problem.
Yeah, it all looks like it took it pretty well.
Yeah, the front room I don't think really needs anything, Donnie.
Nope.
Cleaned up a little bit, but just minor.
I guess we need to try the air conditioner or the heater.
Turn on the air, make sure it's still working good.
Mode, I guess. Heat, cool.
He's gonna turn on the heat on me.
No, I'm turning the air conditioner on.
It's like 85 degrees out, something like that. Turn on the heat.
The air conditioner won't come on.
Maybe you turned off the break. Oh, is that breaker?
It won't go down all the way.
Oh, it must be set.
It's 64 in here, and the lowest I can go is 65.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Really? Do you need it any colder than 65? I mean, come on.
Okay, heat. Got the heat set on 70. You know, if I remind me to go back in there and turn that air up because somebody's going to turn it on 65. I wonder why they got a $500 power bill. Okay. Yep. Anyway,
It's already heating.
you can feel it all over here.
Mm-hmm.
Not hit me in the face yet. It's on. We'll leave that running for a little bit.
All right.
There's a water and sewer connection or whatever you use.
All right. Check out the back room. Your ceiling's starting to yellow nicely.
Couple spiders here and there, but what's that?
There's some mildew on the wall there, Donnie. Oh, that's somebody's charger or something.
No, they ran a phone line through.
Oh, it's a phone line. Okay. Well, good. Now we're wired for phone.
Yeah, we got a phone line.
We need to clean up that.
Yep.
That's outside where the dirt actually touches the building.
So that's moisture infiltration. Lights all still good back here. Let me shut this. You don't never want to show the inside of the commode.
Unless you're Alfred Hitchcock.
Water's been turned off. So I did turn the breaker off to the,
Yeah, turn off the breaker to the alarm. you got the one off the
Yeah.
alarm? Okay.
you got both of those off. Basically, you do not want, if you don't have any water on the building, you do not want your water heater running because it just makes steam and then it evaporates and then you don't have no water and you'll burn your heating elements up. So make sure you turn that off.
The sink seems to have held up. See if it's still well attached to the wall, Donnie.
Yeah.
Very good.
They changed the commode seat, it looks like.
No, I think we did that.
Put white on brown.
I think we did because you can't get a brown one.
Okay. All this looks
Still
good. It's
clean.
nice and caulked. It ain't leaked none. Nice and sealed off.
Don't seem to have had any water leakage.
Floor still looks good. Nobody's dropped anything burp top.
Very cool. Yeah, they were good tenants. They didn't. They're local people. They're cool.
Yeah. We knew that was going on. That's pretty good. That's the only damage we got. This
What?
is that reused door.
Boy, that's good when you got tenants that. It's good tenants. All right, let's look out back and see what shape the outside's in. Now, they didn't do this, but we'll see if Mother Nature has damaged it. And we can get out here where it's not echoing. Maybe they can hear you better, Donnie. Looks like your gutters are still working, doing their thing. Now, if you don't remember, whenever we did the roof, we had to put gutters on the neighbor's building. Because the neighbor's building just dumps water on our building. So we put a gutter up there so that it would catch the water before it landed on our building and got it off the building. Your brick door that was bricked up there looks good, Donnie. Our building stops right here. This is the end of our building here. This is not our building. Okay, so this isn't us.
We had a problem with this building trying to separate.
Oh yeah.
Checking this line here, it hasn't cracked anymore. So
This settled over the years,
this whole thing tried to.
and so there was about 3/4 of an inch gap between the top and the actual building. So we're kind of keeping our eye on that, and everything looks good. It's nice and watertight. You know, part of that, Donnie, is like up there where the moss and the vines and stuff have been growing on the building. You got to keep that off of stuff. You would not believe how just a vine growing up a building can screw up the freaking brick. And,
And you see how much we had on this building? It
Yeah.
was everywhere, all over.
I mean, I know like Ivy League schools, they think it's cool that the ivy's growing up the buildings, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's a great idea. It looks good.
Looks good. It's somebody else's place. You see, this right here, see this trench? They put fiber optic in here, okay?
Yeah. They
Well-
just put fiber in.
Look, that's our water line. Donk. Cut the water line in half. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, they had to dig all this up and replace our water line going into here.
After you spend all that time working on it from there to there.
Yep. And then they cut it 3 more times up yonder.
So the roof up there seems to be holding up pretty well. I don't see any issues.
Everything looks good with it.
Very cool. So we'll check to see if the air's still working good, and we'll clean it up just a little bit, and it's ready to rent again, I think. Donnie, what do you think?
Yep.
The main thing I saw was that mildew in the back room, on the back wall. Other than that, everything seems to be good to go.
Look under that. See the mildew on that? The mildew on the brick? That just stays wet in it constantly.
Yeah. We'll have to do something out here. And part of it is, we talked about it on like 10 different videos. This is an old lime mortar brick building, so the mortar is just really old and soft. So really all of that needs to be repointed. There's some areas in here where there's just room for a lot of water to penetrate. So we need to work on that and clean up the inside where on the other side of the wall there.
And snow might have been
Yeah, it did snow a little bit,
that could have been a
unbelievably.
factor in that.
All right, Donnie, we'll tell them what to do.
Y'all subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already. Give us a thumbs up for filming.
Except for Doug. Doug,
Doug,
don't subscribe, Doug.
don't subscribe.
Don't, nobody let Doug subscribe.
Yeah, Doug, don't do it.
No, Doug, you've
Don't do it,
already
Doug.
done it once.
All right, buddy.
All right, leave your comments down below. Tell us what you think. What do you think about tenants that are in there for 6 months and don't mess anything up?
Yeah.
That's pretty good, man.
And we helped the town out because that was a fellow business owner that needed something real quick. So,
Yeah, so that worked out good for him, hopefully, and it worked out good for us, so we appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up for filming it, and we'll catch you on the next one.
All right.